think the expanded discourse about race in America that's on the internet is changing or changing the politics of racial inequality in America?
Probably not. Probably not. The politics of racial inequality in America, politics of racism are probably a lot bigger than what's happening on the internet. I hope so. I see no evidence why they would, though. We live in an era of probably today. People have access to more information than ever in human history. There probably is some impact to that, but the impact is probably not a neat and necessary positive good, to steal a phrase. The question is, what do we want to be informed about, and what do we want to not be informed about? It's not clear to me that people anywhere, human beings anywhere, and certainly human beings in America, are interested in challenging their most cherished assumptions about the country that they call home. And again, that's nothing particularly American. I think that's true whenever people are in a country that they want to feel good about and want to feel proud about. For people who have always been interested in that, libraries have always been there. One of my favorite passages of writing is by a guy named George Ruffin. Ruffin was the first African-American, I think, to graduate from Harvard Law School, first African-American judge. He was in Boston. And he wrote this great introduction to Frederick Douglass's third autobiography, Life and Times of Frederick Douglass. And he praises Frederick Douglass as a hard student. And he talks about how Douglass was born in the depths of slavery, but was liberated by learning and by education, and that Douglass understands that we live in this time where you don't necessarily have to go to college to learn. You can go to the library. You can go see speeches at the Lyceum. He's effectively praising the internet before there's an internet. What he's saying is we live in an era where there's so much access for them at that time in the 19th century that somebody who was a slave could become one of the most learned people of his day. That's how much access to information was there for somebody like Frederick Douglass in his time. In our time, access has to be what, 1 million times that. I mean, ridiculous. I mean, on your phone, you can just press a key. But I think the problem is, though, people tell themselves stories. And that's just true, and I'm deeply skeptical of the idea that providing more information to people will necessarily counter their need to tell themselves stories. And we tell ourselves a story about the country we live in. I don't know that providing more information has much impact on that.